Many people maintain a rigorous religious routine, attending every service, memorizing scripture, and praying through every crisis, only to find their lives still feel entirely driven by human effort. True divine presence is a separate reality that cannot be manufactured through grit or repetition. It is possible to possess the entire vocabulary of faith while lacking any actual evidence of divine intervention. Without a real connection to the presence, a believer is left to navigate life's pressures using only their own finite strength. This presence rarely announces itself with noise or spectacle. Instead, it manifests as quiet, tangible evidence across 4 specific areas of a person's life, markers that talent and luck simply cannot explain. Identifying these 4 signs shifts a person's perspective from anxious striving to observing an active supernatural influence at work. This unexplainable favor serves a phenomenon where people, systems, and opportunities respond to you in ways that bypass standard logic and qualifications. While human effort is a prerequisite, favor acts as the divine addition that forces closed doors to open. It creates access where your resume or your background says you should be ignored. The historical account of Joseph in Egypt shows that favor operates independently of your surroundings. Despite betrayal and slavery, Joseph's life was marked by success because the presence of God followed him into unfair environments. This unexplainable access serves a specific purpose. Divine favor is a tool for an assignment, positioning you to accomplish something larger than your own comfort. When doors open that should be locked, the correct response is responsibility. You are being placed where you can fulfill a broader mission. The second sign is a state of soul stability. This rest roundabout is a localized peace that persists even when external chaos is at its peak. High achievement and material wealth often mask a deep internal exhaustion. Without divine rest, people live in a state of constant anxiety, always bracing for the moment their success collapses. God's presence leaves the difficulties of the journey intact while changing your capacity to survive them. You may still be building and waiting, but the fear that once controlled your spirit loses its grip. This rest acts as a relief mechanism from cycles of constant warfare. It quiets the noise, allowing the mind to recover and the spirit to plan for the future with clarity. These seasons of profound inner peace are a necessary preparation. They provide the stable ground required to build something that will actually last. Supernatural protection is the invisible interception of threats. It manifests as battles blocked before they reach you, traps exposed before you step in them, and toxic relationships severed before they cause damage. Abiding under this shadow means that while danger may come near, it is stripped of its final authority over your life. Daniel's experience in Babylon demonstrates that protection often means surviving inside the danger. He wasn't kept out of the lion's den. The presence was simply powerful enough to shut the lions' mouths once he arrived. This perspective changes how we view failure. A closed door or a blocked plan is often a calculated act of mercy, preventing you from walking into a disaster you couldn't see. Looking back at seasons of betrayal or sickness and realizing you are still standing is the primary proof of a protective presence. The final sign is honor and exemption. This is where God distinguishes a life, separating an individual from the systemic collapses and negative patterns that claim everyone else. This standing usually begins with a cost. There is often a period where your standards and refusal to compromise invite mockery before they ever command respect. During the plagues of Egypt, the Israelites were preserved in Goshen. God drew a clear geographic line of exemption, providing light and safety in one area, while the rest of the empire sat in darkness. When public honor arrives, the priority must remain the presence that carried you there. It is dangerous to let human applause replace the need for divine approval. This public recognition serves as a testimony. It shows those around you what a life can become when it is fully surrendered to God's direction. Favor, rest, protection, and honor are the visible indicators of proximity to the Creator. They are the natural result of staying close to the source.
To experience this, you must identify and remove the distractions and compromises that keep you at a distance. The focus must shift from seeking the blessing to seeking the blesser. The ultimate goal is to live with a constant awareness of God, asking that His hand remains on your life, and that His peace guards your heart above all else. Proximity to God is the only reliable metric for a successful life. It provides a foundation that remains stable and productive, even when human effort and talent reach their